Bay here, bringing you Captain Tsubasa Dream Team, and today I would like to go over some big news about tomorrow's Dream Pot transfers. So, for those who've already watched today's club station, you probably all know, but they announced a bit of how Gentile and ZINO will be like. And here are the info. Let me move on to screenshots. So this is it. First of all, Gentile. So his main skill is Supernova S, which has a momentum of 490 at max. This is super strong. This is very strong. And his the skills stamina consumption is 440. And according to some of my friends who know about this from the manga, people say it's shooting skill. But because his offensive attacking stats so low at like 13,463, and he's a defender, of course, I think it's tackle or interception because his sub skill is dandy block. That means there's no block, right? It's the main skill is not gonna be block. So I don't know, but well, since there was one, Bunnak who had a shot that's pretty strong, although he's a defender, it is true, this Supernova could be a shot. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyways, his stats is really strong, especially on the defensive side, to 20k and above. This is like Fest character level, and his physical is really decent too, 16,000 and above. This is really strong, and he's a defender. His type is agility, and his team skill is European player all stats 10%. That's good. That is good. So for those who didn't successfully get good Levin or good Cliver, who don't want to use these characters because their passive is the lower ones, maybe you want to trade it with him for those who are willing to get it. And his passive is stamina cost down 20%. That means it's the same as Salinas, the new Salinas. So because the Supernova takes so much of his stamina, I guess it's good. If you do 20% low, below this 440 means like what? 350 or something. So yeah, it's gonna be really easy to use these skills, which is good. So yeah, this guy exceeded way above my expectations, to be honest. And even furthermore, ZINO, this guy is a beast. You know why I say he's a beast is, well, we don't know the breakdown of saving and physical stats yet, but from looking at these, saving 15,424, physical 18,216, these both of them exceed the newest Wakabayashi. Both saving and physical is better than Wakabayashi. So we don't know the breakdown yet, so we can't really tell how good it is inside. But just by looking at the overall stats, this guy is already, we know that this guy is not weak for sure. Okay? And also, his main skill is Miracle Find Save, S rank, 450 strength, and 205 stamina consumption. It's only 205. That means, most likely, this is going to be a punching skill. This is going to be a punching skill. It's just too low, the stamina consumption, for something so strong. So, this is like Wakadoryu defensive chop, which was momentum 455 and stamina 230. So yeah, it's really close to that, or even better in terms of stamina consumption. So I assume 99% it's gonna be punching. Yeah. So which means probably what's inside the stats will be more weighted on punch. It should, but it could be something like Wakashimazu, the new Wakashimazu, or like the new Mueller, where their stats were really evenly balanced on both punch and catch. It could be that too, but I hope it's not like that and it's more weighted, edgy on punch, because that way it's much better. Yeah, let's hope it's gonna be like that. And his team skill is good too. It's European player all stats 10%, and there was no goalkeeper in the past who had 10% boost. So this guy is really good. Yeah, and also his passive, attack at the scene of a fire, that is exactly the same as what Hyuga, the new national team, Japan team, Hyuga has. But a bit lower on in terms of the boost, because his maximum boost from this passive is 20%. But when the stamina is lower, the lower your stamina, special skill power goes up, and maximum 20%. So if, let's say you get a 20% boost, your stamina is really low, and you use this miracle fine save, which only costs you like 205. If you're using full power, it's only 103. You're gonna get 20% boost on top of this 450. That is 540. 540, dude. This is super strong, and we know that his stats will be strong, so this guy will be good. And I know that some of you might be, oh, why punch? I was already raising catch for ZINO from the past. That could be the case for some people, but because there are so many ZINOs from the past, like SR Transfer Limited, or like even the SSR Raid, you're able to put all those skills on top of to this character, and you'll be able to use him right away, because he has I forgot what it's called, but for punch, you could get A rank double-handed punch from several ZINOs from the past using like the removal, or even from the SR, right? So it's pretty easy to raise, and it's A rank. So at the end, this could be 260 momentum. That's pretty strong, and the stamina consumption is only 140, right? Or you could put the raid B rank punching skill. I think it's in the global as well, right? Yeah. That is 205 at max, and this could be maxed out really easily, right? So it's really you'll be able to bringing all the past ZINO skills, you could customize this ZINO really quickly, and you could even put like catching skills as well. I don't know how his catching stats will be, but there's so many ZINOs from the past that you could put like golden right arm or hand, S rank, or there was also perfect, what is it called, from the Dream Collection, perfect catch. He also, this Dream Collection ZINO has a silver left hand punch, which could go up to 295 when you max it out. So there's so many variety of skills for ZINO. So and especially because his passive is pretty good, the lower your stamina, you get a boost on your skill, right? So even if you're only using at some circumstance or occasions where your stamina is pretty low and you get like a 15 or 20% boost, then you might not have to use S rank skills, because A rank is good enough, right? And for those cases, you'll need these past skills so that you have like option of skills to use. Yeah, so the way to use him, I think, is unlike Mueller, whose passive was the more stamina you have, you get a better boost, right? I think Mueller is more easy to use, of course, because you don't have to really calculate. But for ZINO, how to use him, I imagine, is when the opponent shoots something not that strong or somewhere from far, you should just regardless of the opponent's skill, even if it's weak, use the most stamina consuming skill, whether it's like perfect catch or like what is it called, golden right hand S, if you can bring that to him, and then lower your skill, and then prepare yourself for the next strong shot so that you could get a boost. Yeah, I think that's how you use him, because his miracle fine save only consumes 205. And if you press the full power, it's only 103. So, I think you'll still be able to use many times of this skill. So I think that's the way to use him. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this guy's type is toughness. I forgot to mention that. Gentile was agility. So I think for those who are waiting for a strong skill type goalie, too bad it wasn't him. But this makes me feel come to look back, right? Now that ZINO will come as a toughness goalkeeper, there's two goalkeepers from toughness from the transfer, Wakabayashi and ZINO, right? And two from agility, Salinas and Mueller. And only one from skill, Wakashimazu. That makes me feel that next Super Dream Fest will bring someone super strong from a super strong goalie that's skill type. That only, if you don't do that, it's not going to be balanced. There's already two per each type except for skill, right? I really feel that's going to happen. Yeah. What do you guys think? And then some other news is that July 28th is Tsubasa's birthday. So there's going to be a special login bonus from 28 to 31. So it says you'll at least get S-rank drive shot skill card by logging in one of these days. Or I don't know, maybe during these 4 days, if you log in once, you just get this S-rank drive shot. I don't know what, but we will be able to get a special login for sure. So let's log in. Don't forget to log in during these days. Yeah. So that's about it. I think. Yeah, I was doing the calculation on the ZINO's super fine save or whatever, miracle fine save. I forgot. When you do the 20% boost. Oh, by the way, when you add up, well, I said both saving and physical exceeds Wakabayashi, and it does. ZINO had like 15,400 for saving and 18,000. I forgot. 216 for physical. So it goes above Wakabayashi for both sides. And Wakashimazu, since he has a really high physical, it's below. But since his saving, ZINO's saving is 15,500 or something. When you add those together, ZINO exceeds Wakashimazu too. And it exceeds everyone, basically. So this guy is really strong. And his passive is good. And his team skill is good. And his skill is good. So this guy, although I think 99% it's a punching skill, but I think this goalie, it really exceeded my expectation. So I have to chase this dude. Yeah, man. Although we know that Dreamfest is still coming, and I assume because this club games, the later the gacha, the better the character is how it's being. So it makes me feel that Dreamfest is the club is gonna bring something even better at Dreamfest, even though we know that, right? When we see something so strong, we can't stop, And the thing is, Dream Pot, it really depends how many are inside this pot. That really matters. So let's just hope that there's not so many, maybe like 60 at max, I hope. Then even if you're super unlucky, you only need like 300 DBs. Well, not only, it's a lot, but still, you have a somewhat chance of getting it. But if it's more than that, let's say there's like 100 in Dream Pot, that will mean like 500 Dream Balls. So that's too tough. Well, I'm only talking about like when you're super unlucky and ZINO is like the final card inside the pot, right? So it's not always the case. So we don't know, but we have to always think of the worst case scenario. So yeah. But let's hope there's only like, I wish it was only like 3, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I assume somewhere around between like 30 to 60 is how it's going to be. Yeah. But anyways, this ZINO, and both Gentile and ZINO, they're super strong. So let's see how it comes. We don't know the really precise details yet. So let's wait until tomorrow. But we know now how strong he is. So for those especially who were really confused on which one to pull, whether the ongoing Brazil or wait till the what is it called, the Dream Pot, now that you know at least some info about ZINO and Gentile, you have more info to decide which one to go, because this Brazil will finish by the time the Dream Pot comes. so you can't look at both and decide. So please do, with this info, make up your mind whether to go with Brazil or go with Dream Pod. Yeah. So, but for those who are going after, who are lacking goalie and who are going with toughness type, maybe you should wait. Yeah. Even if you're not going with toughness type and you're lacking goalie, maybe you should wait because I don't know how many is inside the pot, but because it's a pot, you know, there is like a guarantee at the end that you'll definitely be able to get it at the end, you know, if you empty the pot. So yeah. So let's wait for tomorrow for the details and decide, make up our final decision. But at least we know what kind of characters they are, what type, what passive, what team skills. So I think it's good. Yeah, thanks for watching, and please do subscribe for those who haven't yet, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.